Hey guys, Tommy here with the Fastlane car, and boy do I have a fun video for you today. We have two extremely popular crossovers, the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid and the Honda CR-V Hybrid. And we're gonna find out which one has a better all-wheel drive system by putting them through the TFL slip test. The all-wheel drive system in the CR-V Hybrid is somewhat traditional, and I say traditional in air quotes because nothing about the CR-V Hybrid is traditional. There's no conventional transmission. It's all actually very complex stuff. What is pretty similar to your typical crossover is the operation of the all-wheel drive system, in that there is a prop shaft that delivers the power and the torque from the hybrid system down the middle of the vehicle to the rear end, a physical connection. It works like your standard all-wheel drive system-ish. The RAV4 all-wheel drive system is completely different. In the front, you've got your 4-cylinder engine, you've got your electric motor that powers the front wheels, and then you've got nothing down here in the middle. There's no prop shaft connecting the front end to the rear end. Instead, they give you an additional motor in the rear whose entire job is to spin up the rear wheels. So this is a very different system than the old school drive shaft in that Honda. So in the slip test, what we do is we get the vehicle stuck on purpose and see if they can get themselves unstuck. So our first test is gonna be the front wheel slip test. We're gonna back the vehicle onto our rollers with both front wheels stuck in this contraption, and then the car is gonna have to pull itself out using just the rear axle. Now for this video, I've actually removed another set of rollers here in the middle just to make this pit a little deeper to challenge these vehicles to the extreme. So I positioned some yellow tape on the tires so you can see exactly what's spinning and how fast, and I'm going to back into the rollers. Come on. All right, just like that. And then neutral, let the vehicle settle. And then into drive. This is going to be normal mode, just as you would drive it every day. Let's see what happens. Foot off the brake and accelerate. All right, so that took us off the rollers quickly and easily. I think that was a good result. All right, same thing in the RAV4. Now I've got this vehicle in normal mode, just like I did in the Honda. Okay, the vehicle is settled. Foot off the brake and accelerate. All right, so that was a little bit more tricky than what we found in the Honda. Let's try it one more time. All right, in a drive, foot off the brake. So what you notice there is it takes more throttle before the rear end will actually kick in and get you unstuck when the front wheels are in the rollers. I found this to be pretty typical with these Toyota all-wheel drive systems on their hybrids because the rear electric motors are a lot less powerful than the combined front end horsepower and torque. All right, the diagonal slip test. This is going to be the front left completely stuck and the rear right. Let's see how the Honda deals with this awkward situation, which is actually a pretty common situation anytime you go off-road or even in the snow. So I'm going to go into neutral, let it settle into the rollers, into drive. Okay, foot off the brake and accelerating. Come on, figure it out, figure it out. All right, that's not working super well. Let me try turning my traction control off. All right, so with traction control off and a little bit more throttle, we were able to get out, but it did take some work. All right, so diagonal slip test on the RAV4. This is front left, rear right stuck, just like the Honda. Now the reason I'm using normal mode is because even though this does have a trail mode, the Honda doesn't, and that really wouldn't be fair, but we may try it at the end when we get this thing really stuck. So still in normal mode, in a drive, traction control on, a little bit of throttle. It's trying. All right, we're definitely stuck. that does not feel like it's gonna go anywhere. So, what should I do? Well, let me try turning traction control off like I did in the Honda. Let's see if that gets us unstuck. Are we ready? No, that's just causing the rollers to smoke. All right, let's try trail mode. So trail mode is going to be the most aggressive programming for the all-wheel drive system. In 3, 2, 1. All right, so we did get unstuck in trail mode, but that definitely struggled more in the Honda. This is our 3-wheeled slip test, and we're going to start out with the Honda CR-V. So basically, both rear wheels completely stuck. The front right wheel completely stuck. Only the front left wheel has traction. This is an extreme test. It's also slightly uphill. So let's back into the rollers. All right, into neutral, normal mode, traction control on, and go. Oh, not bad at all. We were able to get out of the 3-wheeled slip test. It did take some throttle though. All right, here we go on the 3-wheeled slip test. So both rear wheels and the right front are gonna be stuck, which means only the left front has traction. Starting out in normal mode. All right, into drive in 3, 2, 1, accelerate. So let's try trail mode. Into trail mode in 3, 2, 1, accelerate. Man, we are really stuck. Let me try it one more time. Go. Yeah, so even in trail mode, it looks like we are really stuck. I'll try doing trail mode, traction control off, and if that doesn't work, we'll just back her down. Accelerating. That has made little to no difference. Woo-wee! We made it down. All right, so not as good as I wanted, but at least we didn't get stuck going downhill. Now I thought for sure that the RAV4 would outperform the Honda because the RAV4 has a special drive mode called trail mode for off-road use. The Honda just does not have a mode like that whatsoever. But I was incorrect with my initial assumption because I think it's pretty clear that the Honda won this all-wheel drive shootout. Now there's a couple reasons this could be. The RAV4 here has that rear electric motor that develops 54 horsepower and 89 pound-feet of torque. That should be plenty of power to get this thing unstuck in your typical situations. But on an extreme test, it didn't feel like it kicked in quite as hard as the Honda's more traditional all-wheel drive system, and the brakes did not grab the spinning wheels nearly as well as the Honda to get you unstuck. All in all, I think that the Honda performed better today. Head over to TFL Car and TFLtruck.com because we have a lot more of these shootouts coming up, and I hope you enjoy them.
This week on the TFL Studios, we have a lot of cool car and truck content coming up for you. On TFL Truck channel, we have a cool off-road video with the Hummer H2, and of course, Truck Madness coming up in May. Then on TFL Off-Road, Steven is cooking up an amazing video featuring the Kawasaki KRX, followed by TFL Classics, where you will see the latest at-home edition featuring a really nice Mercedes. On TFL Car, we have this featured, which is Loveland Trials with a brand new Honda CR-V and a Toyota RAV4 hybrids.
The combined EPA rating on the CR-V is 38. The combined EPA rating on the Toyota is 40.
Now in this video, we're gonna find out which one of the two is gonna get the best fuel economy. We're also gonna review them, and at the end, we're gonna say which one we should buy. That's quite the discrepancy we have there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so well, there you have it, Tommy. So, wow, yeah. And of course, TFL Now channel is where you'll find all the latest and greatest news from the automotive world. Check it out.